Welcome back. You're watching CNBC's European Closing Bell. We're going to get out to Frankfurt now. We're going to rejoin Sylvia Vardva.
Well, hello again, Guy. Obviously, there's a number of interesting stories floating around, and we want to go quickly in medias res with Thomas Nagel from equinet to see what's moving and shaking. We start untypically not with the banks, Thomas. We start with TUI. There's plenty going on there. As soon as Guy Weiser-Pratt, the locust of locusts, is stepping in, he's certainly shaking things up. What's the interesting stuff with TUI at the moment?
Yeah, with TUI, I think Guy Weiser-Pratt is a name that is, the market is watching for, and so everybody is looking for that. And now, okay, Guy Weiser-Pratt will change something, will make pressure to the company, to the management, and so anybody is looking for some rumors here that the company could be spin off. Yeah, and TUI, you know, was one of the extremist underperformer of the DAX index, and so each kind of this perfect story is a perfect site or a perfect time to buy.
So spin-off scenario is always positive for the share. Where do you see the tops there? Or
the tops, okay, so far I think TUI broke its downtrend. We are above 90-day moving average and something like that. Let's see, 21, 22 for short-term coverage, and something like that is possible. Nothing more so far. If you want to see more, we need a real story. We need more pressure from the owners, for instance, from Guy Weiser-Pratt and so on, to see a higher price.
We can kick-start it, but after that, there has to be some follow-through. The other interesting one, certainly today in this whole banking scenario, is a Hypo real estate that is going up and away when most of the others are going down, but also part of it a technical story.
Yes, of course. So that's my opinion. I'm put it in my play of the week list, Hypo real estate, because it was one of the underperformer in this last weeks. Even it has not the problems like the Deutsche Bank and so on in the subprime sector, and but we formed no new low in the share price for itself, and that's a really good sign. So we broke us big support, a big resistance, sorry, and now short covering is in play, I think.
Is that a similar story for the banking sector as a whole, that they've seen phenomenally good performance after that? I mean, if you look at some of the banks, double digits down, and at the moment the market is so clean that they can't really sort of break off anymore?
I think so. I don't think so. I think we have, for instance, in Europe, these Dow Jones bank sector index, and this sector index was a really good performer in 2006, about the whole year. But of course, with these problems in the subprime sector, we saw this extremely pressure in the market. But within the last days, 1 or 2 weeks, this index formed no new lows. What's the reason for that? We have a lot of news today, UBS and Citigroup profit warning and so on. But the index itself could not form a new low, and that's a really good sign. We have positive divergences from the relative strength against the index. And so I think Hypo real estate is the first one, and of course, sometimes Deutsche Bank will be the next one. And if the big players will be moved to the upside, I think this index will be too.
Well, I mean, Deutsche Bank also lost almost 20%, so there has to be a floor finding, hopefully, for Mr. Ackermann one of these days. Got to leave it there, Thomas. Thanks for joining us today. Thomas Nagel from equinet. That's it, Guy, for the time being. Back to you.
Sylvia, thank you very much indeed. Right, let's get into the